Hello, my name's Dom Conlon and I'm a poet, and I love space and science and pretty much anything really, and I've asked you to ask me some questions about it so I can give you my answers from a poetry point of view and from the way I understand things, and I hope it helps. So the first question, how old is the moon? Okay, so the moon is 4.5 billion years old, and the reason we know this is because when we look at the rocks, it tells us how old they are. But we can't just look at the rocks on the surface. That would be like looking at the clothes my dad wears. And my dad wears clothes that somebody older than him died in, and he probably got them from somebody else. So looking at what my dad wears, you'd think he was born in about 1762. But he wasn't. Not far off though. So we've got to look deep down into the moon. And we've drilled down in parts as best we can. The Apollo astronauts did that. And the information that we've got from those rocks has told us it was born about 4.5 billion years old. After the Earth and the solar system had formed, about 60 to 100 million years after the solar system was formed, the moon came along. So this leads us to another question. How was the moon formed? Okay, so the moon was formed by a Mars-sized lump of rock called Theia hitting the Earth like that and knocking another big lump out of it. And probably not just one lump, because somebody else has asked, if that happened, why only one lump? Why not? Why have we not got 30 moons of different sizes all going round Earth? Well, the reason for that is the way when you've got enough mass, and the lump of Earth that came from that initial collision would have been big, and there would have been other bits as well. But when you've got enough mass, those join together, they're drawn together, attracted together through gravity. It's what keeps us on Earth, and it's what keeps us going around the sun, and so on. So all those other rocks would have clumped together around the moon, the largest part of the moon, and joined together, and when you get enough mass, it forms a sphere, just like a soap bubble does. Soap bubble is the best shape for things, it's the most efficient shape, and when an object becomes that big, it does that. Mars has got moons which are irregular shaped, and that's because they're smaller than the moon. So that's why. Another question. Why is there only one moon? Okay, so there's probably only one moon because only one major collision caused the formation of our moon. And it's kind of as simple as that. But it's a surprise that there is a moon, because Mercury's not got one, Venus hasn't got one, so Earth's got one because of that collision, then Mars has got two, but how they came about is another story which I'll probably answer in another video, okay? So final question now, because I don't want these videos getting too long and boring. The final question is, how old? No, we've done that one. How old is the moon? How big is the moon? That's it. How big is the moon? So the moon is about 3,500 kilometres across. The diameter, 3,500 kilometres, a bit more, okay? So how do we imagine 3,500 kilometres? Do you go for a walk? That's 3,500? No, don't think so. So it's hard to imagine. We could imagine it as being maybe just over twice the length of the Great Barrier Reef, but I've never been to the Great Barrier Reef, so that's hard to imagine. So the best way I think to imagine it is to take everything down a lot smaller. If we imagine Earth as a basketball and the moon as a tennis ball, you get in about the same sort of ratio between the two. The moon is about a quarter, a bit more than a quarter, about 27% the size of Earth. Now, at that scale, let's see what the distance from the moon to the Earth would be. Put you down your basketball on the floor, walk for 7 metres, and then put down your tennis ball. That's the distance between the Earth and the moon when we scale everything down to a basketball and a tennis ball. Okay, we've got time for one poem, and that's from This Rock, That Rock, my new book. It's called What Am I? Earth Orbiter, Rock Blaster, Hook Scraper, Shape Caster, Sea Puller, nightlighter, sky watcher, sunbiter, footprint hoarder, flag carrier, shadow sweeper, meteor barrier. What am I? Thank you.